Gardening at 9,000 feet isn't just hard, it's brutal. After 7 years of battling the elements, the wildlife, and watching snow come down in June, we finally decided to do something extreme. We decided to build this.
A 33-foot year-round geodesic dome greenhouse.
Over the years, we've tried everything. Gardening in ground, making raised beds, hydroponic growing in buckets over the winter. But nothing survived the unpredictable mountain weather. Between the short seasons, the sudden frosts, the relentless wind, and the punishing high-altitude sun, we were spending more time restarting than harvesting. And when I say harvesting, I'm talking puny. Everything was tiny. Nothing was especially rewarding. We postponed a greenhouse for years because of the cost. It felt impossible to justify this just to grow food. We ended up having an aha moment when we realized that we weren't just going to be building a greenhouse for food. We were actually building a year-round oasis and an investment in our future. So not only were we going to be able to grow food, but I could grow flowers for my art business, and I could even host art classes inside the dome. We didn't just build any greenhouse, we built the biggest one that we could afford.
And we incurred an extra expense of $20,000 to make it year-round and suitable for our climate.
So the dome kit itself cost around $30,000, and the additional expense for us was all the extras that we did with excavation, cement, pouring concrete forms, gas system, water lines, trenching. We did a lot of above and beyond to make our dome what we wanted it to be, which is usable year-round. It was expensive, and $50,000 is an all-in investment, but it's going to be adding a lot of property value, and the personal value you can't even measure. Ask anyone that lives at 9,000 feet how they feel at the end of a really long winter. Choosing the larger size dome allowed us to think bigger. It wasn't just a space for ourselves, but also an opportunity to gather as a community. Years ago, this was just a dream, and now we're looking at growing citrus in the Colorado mountains. The pond is getting established. The fish are doing great. So after investing all that time and money, I think it's time to finally pick the fruits of our labor. And one is ready right here. $50,000 later, and we finally have a tomato. So yes, this is the $50,000 tomato. So for us, it made sense. This is the key to living well in the mountains. You've got food security, community, and beauty all under one dome roof.
It's only been 2 weeks since planting everything into the garden beds, and I swear I've never seen anything like it. Between the high-quality soil, thanks to A1 Organics, that's loaded with nutrients, good airflow, and ample sunshine, these seedlings went from stuck root-bound in pots for 2 months to exploding with blossoms and fruit in a short period of time. And I have to say that after years and years of frustration with gardening in the mountains, I finally feel like I've found the answer. And I know there's plenty of challenges to come and learning curves with greenhouse and growing indoors, but for now, I'm enjoying the fruits of my labor. And it's more than just the food. The dome is like a sanctuary that I can walk inside, be surrounded by nature, get my hands in the dirt, be surrounded by beauty and a slower pace, something that makes me forget about our crazy, hectic world.
This is just the beginning. We're still learning what works well, what works best with the pond, and how to adjust to every season. And case in point, we're actually getting a hailstorm right now outside.
Yeah, so if I had my garden outside right now, I think I'd be crying, even if I had some coverage on my plants, because I know there would definitely be some destruction today.
Everything's fine inside, though. So yeah, it's the $50,000 tomato, but you know what? I'm not scared of what the weather does anymore, because literally it's hailing outside right now, and everything in here is peachy keen.
So what's next for the dome? Well, we're focusing on getting the pond water cleared up. We may add a few more pond plants. And this fall, we'll be adding a deck over the pond for a really cool seating area. We're also adding another large garden bed to the middle of the dome, sort of a half circle around the trees. And we're working on some trellis ideas because these vines are itching to grow. And I think we'll be harvesting some more veggies soon. So stay tuned. There's a lot more fun to come.